Hey Exploration Nation, today I'm in an old middle school that closed at some point and I don't know anything about it. I just happened to run across this when I was at another location that didn't pan out, doesn't look like it's going to. And so I started looking for something else, found an old high school, which is just down the street, and then happened by this old school here that was closed. So wanted to show it to you guys real quick. I can't spend a real long time in here, so it'll just be a quick run through. So let's go and see what all we can find. Now, here are the old lockers, some of them. Of course, there's going to be a whole lot more than this. This is the air conditioning room. And the old chalkboards are still up. That's awesome. A lot of times when you find these old schools, the chalkboards were replaced by dry erase boards. And of course, I apologize for the graffiti. In order to see the chalkboard, you got to take it off, I guess. The vandals have to do their thing. And this old cabinet right here, now that's pretty right there. The back of this looks like tongue and groove, and yeah, that is. Very nice. Just a little room here. Another cabinet in the other corner. Coat closet, other things. And at some point they painted over the windows on that door. It's very nice. Here's apparently another classroom and other old chalkboard. I don't see any of the old chalk left that was used for the graffiti. Maybe it's on the floor. I don't know. And here's what I was talking about. This is looks like a dry erase board. It is a dry erase board, and they just tacked it on over the old chalkboard here. And here is another cabinet. This one's still got the shelves in it. All the shelves, or at least most of them, are still in this one. Okay, more lockers. And they're all still locked. Interesting. Yeah, they're all still locked. They're all combination lockers and all still locked. Be very interesting if there are things in there left behind by students. And from what time frame, because I don't know what time frame we're talking about here. Yep, there. That's one of them. And it's the bathroom. Oh, goodness sakes. Yeah, the vandals have been busy at work. Torn this out of the frame here. I really like those tile bathrooms. You can't beat that. And the kind of tile they put in now isn't put in like this anymore. It's just kind of a mat that's laid on top of things, and that's it. And that's pretty right there. And here is a book, Life Science. Okay, and a pencil left in there. 1991 was the year this one was used. And some of the classwork still left in here. So I don't know, doesn't look quite like a science lab, but it could have been, I don't know. Hard to tell. There's no furniture left in here that would indicate that, but it could have been taken out when the school was closed. Alright, I was hoping there was another way around, but not so much. At least those were made back in the day, so they were sturdy. I was hoping there was another way out of there, but nope. Let's continue on here. This is a sizable place. Okay. As a responsible, resourceful, and respectable young musician, I will follow directions the first time. Mr. Phillips is teaching, or I will continue to write this sentence. Oh boy. So the teacher didn't exactly write this. Mr. Phillips is teaching, or I will continue to write this sentence to remind myself to do so. Oh boy. Well, we're in an old school, and that's old school right there, for sure. A little closet here, complete with radiator. Now, radiator heat was used before there was such a thing as central heat, and those things would run you out. And you can see where the radiators used to be right along this wall here. The wall is discolored. And another cabinet here. That same tongue groove construction. This one's got little storage bins in it, and both doors on this one are glass. Maybe they all were, and maybe it got broken and they just put a piece of wood over it. I don't know. There's glass here. Wood outside. One of the others we looked at had wood inside. So I would say they probably just put wood over it if it got broken. And here is one of those, it's not really a bay window. Looks more like a turret on the side of a castle or something. These can be seen from the outside. These are very interesting design, and that shows how old the building is. This building may go back to the 1900s. Books left behind. The whole series of Alice. What I'm looking for is the date. 1997. And a bathroom up here. Yep, there's still soap in it. And another little bathroom over here. I would say those were after the fact, but maybe not. Maybe it's in the original design. This may have been a teacher's lounge. Maybe from the looks of it. There's a telephone line board right there. I have to keep watching where I step. And here's the other turret, I like to call it. That's interesting. Very interesting design. Yeah, graffiti abounds. And here's a nice overhead shot. A little ball field right there. Okay, we made it through upstairs and seen everything up there. So there is a bottom floor, the basement, and that's where all of the things like the boiler and things, all the mechanical things have to be, is down there. So we're going to go down there and take a look and see what we can find, see if anything's been left. Let's go. Time for lights again. Huh, that's interesting. Now that's a piece of culvert pipe. And sure to goodness that's not, that's solid. That's filled with concrete, feels like. Wow. It's labeled firewall. All right. And here we are in the gym. Now this is nice. This was a school and a half back in the day. Now this is an amazing find right here. This is great. I am enjoying this immensely. Now this is the kind of content I like to bring you right here. Places like this. But unfortunately in my area, they're extremely few and far between, and so like this one today, I had to travel 3 hours to get here, to go to another location that turned out to be a bust. But now I'm really happy I came on over here, because this is amazing. This is one of the best places I've ever been. Okay, so far this has been incredible. I've got to watch where I'm going. And so we just left the gym. And so we're going to go to another large room right here. And this was evidently the band room. Music has charms to soothe the soul. And it looks like that this was designed as a band room, because those are sound baffles, the way those walls are made. Unless they were put in later, they were put in later. Okay. Those walls were built later. You can see the other wall behind it. This is a nice band room they had. None of the things left behind. Well, I speak too fast. Let's take a look in here. This is where they kept their uniforms. And that's just heating and air. And let's see what we have here. Now this was a classroom and a half right here. Now this looks kind of like a science lab. Technology and learning is what one of those are labeled. This looks like a kind of an internal mail system. School, library, workshop up front. Teacher. Yes, that was looks like what that was. And look at all of this left behind. Drill and ceremonies, Department of the Army. So they might have had a ROTC program here, or junior ROTC, I guess it would be. Now these are transparencies. Now these are something that you don't see, haven't seen in a long time. Okay. The machines that those go on, I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's turn that around. See if the light's any better. Let me cut the light off on it. And you would put these transparencies on what was called an overhead projector, and it would project it up onto the wall. Yes, this says junior ROTC right here, so they did have a junior ROTC program here. I don't know what WEBC 42 was. And here's another antique. That is a Smith Corona electric typewriter, word processor. Now this was state of the art at the time. And you didn't have to erase in order to correct your mistakes. Alright, light back on, and here's one of the overhead projectors right here. And you laid the transparency right there, and it projected it up on the wall. I'm surprised that's in one piece. This school was huge, and if it's as old as I think it was really huge for the time and day. It was, this is amazing. Alright, let's wander down here. Okay. This door is locked. Knob's missing from the inside, so I'm not going to go climbing through. Again, I didn't want to spend this much time here, but there's just so much here. And portable seats, a lot of times used for eating. Now I haven't found anything indicating the kitchen yet, but then again, when they moved the school out, they could have taken all the kitchen equipment with them. And here's some more pom-poms. I don't know what the school colors are. We have both purple and gold and orange and white. If any of y'all have been following me for any length of time, I'm kind of partial to orange and white. I don't know. Again, there could have been two different schools that occupied this building. Sometimes a private school will rent an old school building after it closes. Who knows? I don't know. Here's some really old books here. Tom Sawyer. That's 1965. I knew that was old. $1965 also. Robin on the River. Get over here. That's when the company was started. Well, I don't know. That copyright's 1950. Reprinted 1951. So even older. All right, folks, I've kind of gotten turned around. Have I been here or not? No, I have not. Good grief. This is huge. Oh my, that's a TV set. I did not realize that. This is a console TV. This is an RCA. Let me flip this over on the side so you can see it. And this is a later model. This is probably one of the last of the console TVs. They had it on casters, which, good idea. But it's had electronic tuning and so on. The push buttons, and it would display on the screen. So that was, when I first saw it, I thought it was like a lectern or something. And I wasn't going to come back here, but I've said that about 100 times today. Get back off of that. Thompson Consumer Electronics. Is there a date? Yeah, 1993. Zoom in on that. At the angle I'm at, you can see it better than I can. I'm trying to focus on that. Yeah, that says 1993. So that was one of the last of the console TVs. And I believe there's a speaker. Yes, there's a speaker in each side. There's one of them. One on the other side down here. And they sounded really good. Man, this place is just never enough noise to be heard across town. And it looks like just a little office here. There's another 2014 calendar. Looks like 2014 is going to be it. That's the latest I've seen. Looks like we come down to the end of the line on this hallway. Some lockable lockers. And it's okay. Interesting. I don't know what that's about. Or why the table is set up in here, no telling. Turn the light back on. This is a walk-in cooler. Alright, so we may be about to find the kitchen. At some point they took the doors off and just put a walk-through here. I guess to make sure nobody will get stuck, although you're not supposed to be able to. And here are the can racks. Alright. This may have been the dining area. This may have been the kitchen. That's been the kitchen. Okay. And that is a warmer. And yeah, they took all the kitchen equipment out. There's the hood fans. And the grease filters went in right there. And those are always fun to clean. Had to use hot water and spray them out and all that. They didn't clean too easy. Copper thieves right there. And so this in here is the dining area. There's been a lot of vandalism in here. Well, there's been a lot of vandalism everywhere. And those seating assignments for the kids, so that this is the dining area, which makes sense, obviously. And sadly, this old piano. Yeah, key hung right there. That one does too. It's a wonder it's even playing at all. Sitting here all this time, and the humidity and so on. That is a Wurlitzer. Looks like it's tuned about 97, 99, something like that. The old Wurlitzer emblem. That's a shame right there. This is incredible. What a school. What being in the dark. Yeah. It's been great checking this place out. This was totally unanticipated. What a find. Speaking of find, what's in here? Okay. It's just another classroom. And this looks like more improvised eating area where they could fold these tables up, push them out of the way, and use the space for something else. So I think we're seeing signs that the school was overcrowded, which is what I thought. The reason it closed, that's usually the reason why. You usually have too many students and not enough space eventually as places grow. And this was where some of the football equipment was kept, anyhow. And it looks like they had a rifle team here. Junior ROTC, 1990. League championship, 3rd place. Very good. And this is something that used to be a thing. I don't know if it is or not, but when you beat another team in basketball on their home court, it was kind of tradition to cut the net down. That's where this came from. Now, you didn't do that every game. It was usually a game that would put you in the championships or the finals or something of significance like that. This is the Holiday Invitational Basketball Tournament runner-up, 1989. More old movie film. It's, man, I just can't get over this place. Okay, gang, this is where I came in, so thank you for coming along with me, and this has been an incredible find, and I'm really super glad that I came on down here to see this. This is very rare for me. As a matter of fact, this is the first time for me, and I'm glad that you were here to see it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you, the Exploration Nation, in the next video.